Hey guys, another day, another dyno. We're back, this time with a 331 Street Fighter crate engine. So this is actually the last of an era. It is the absolute last stock block 302 roller block engine we're going to build, unless you supply us with a good core. Unfortunately, it's been very hard to find good cores. I mean, Ford hasn't made them in about 20 years. So we get, say 10, 20 cores. We clean them, blast them, line hone them, and ended up finding cracks on the deck even after they've been magged. So we just can't do it anymore. Everything's going to be based off the Dart blocks. So whether it's a Dart SHP or a Dart Iron Eagle, essentially we're going to be focusing on brand new blocks. Now, like I said, if you have a good block, we have no problem helping you out and building that for you. The issue is finding good cores, and like I said, there's a lot of time and money spent, and you can't stay in business by losing money. Now, getting back to this is, like I said, a 331 Street Fighter. So it is cast crank, forged rods, forged pistons. It's got one of our custom billet cams, and it's pretty mild, 216 duration. We've got the AFR185 heads, obviously Cometic head gaskets, Scorpion billet rockers, and this one is actually set up with the Holley Sniper EFI. Now, we've actually been pretty happy with it. It does have the matching Hyperspark distributor, the box as well, and the coil. So we're pretty happy with this setup. As you can see, we're trying to go for kind of a clean look. So it doesn't have a flashy can pan. It has a stock style 6-quart pan. It is baffled for better oil control, because no matter what, when you smash on that gas, that oil is going to the back. Especially with the kind of power this little thing makes for being a little streetable 331. So well, I guess the question is, let's see what it makes.
Hey guys, Martin here. So we're ready to run the 331 that Toby just mentioned on the dyno. But before we get started on that, I just kind of want to go over a few things with you guys. A little bit part of our process, part of what we do, the reason why we break in engines on the dyno, and there's actually a lot that goes into it that is often overlooked and missed. So when you buy an engine from us, we take meticulous care in making sure all of the machining operations are done the same way, okay? We check the bores, we check the align hone, we check the surface finish on the cylinders on every block that we do. We check the surface finish on the deck surface. Cylinder heads, these heads came from AFR, but we make sure that they're right, okay? Because most manufacturers, they're doing production runs, meaning they're getting them done, getting them banged out, getting them out the door. Oftentimes we need to take just a cleanup pass to make it perfect exactly the way we want it, all right? All of our blocks come with a complete detailed blueprint sheet. That means every part is weighed, measured, and documented. So you get a blueprint sheet, you get a balance sheet, you get all of the data and information that comes from our vendors, cam card, you get all the stickers in a packet, and all the instructions that came out of the box all comes with your package, in addition to, of course, dyno sheet and performance figures. Reason why we like to do that is oftentimes we've sent out long blocks to customers, and they've had their local mechanic install it, and then they'll go and run it down to their local tuner. And we don't like to say anything bad about anybody, but there's oftentimes that maybe a guy might not catch a leaking injector or a faulty coil, and what will end up happening is all of a sudden now you've got gasoline in the oil, or the engine isn't running right, misfiring, and it might end up causing a failure for you down the road. And all that can be prevented by this simple process. Run the engine on the dyno, make sure it's a proper break-in tune, and it's done properly for ring seal and for longevity purposes. This is really what you want to get done. So now let's talk about the Holley system. This Holley Sniper system is very easy to use, user-friendly, and also it gives you the flexibility to make adjustments to the timing table and the fuel curve, much like a multi-point fuel injection system. So I'm really impressed. Holley, you guys did a good job, and it's user-friendly. And I'm sure anybody that's watching this probably has a friend that has had experience with the Holley EFI system, or can find somebody in their local town to help them out if they can't get a hold of Holley on the phone. All right, so we're going to get going on this here. Starts up and runs real easy. So now they come with also a handheld programmer. You can do basic programming handheld, but we choose to do a little more advanced programming here with the computer, and you download all the data. You can have a dashboard up and running. You can do data logs with it. It has inputs and outputs, so this is your dashboard, and of course it's compatible with the Holley dash. You can use inputs and outputs. You can also view a strip chart like this. You know, when you're maybe doing some passes down the track, you can do some data logs. This is all important information you can use for your decision-making process on what you're going to do next with your vehicle. So, and of course, it's self-learning. So right now, that's what it's doing. It's doing some self-learning. Actually, it's not learning, but this is all the data that it's updated. Here's your base fuel curve, fuel graph. You've got your timing curve you could program in, timing wherever you want. Basically bring it in or take it out as fast as you want. Really easy to use. All right, so we'll set up a log. We're taking this engine to 6,300 RPM. We've got 407 foot-pounds of torque at 5,000 RPM and 440 horsepower at 6,200 RPM. I'm sorry, 6,100 RPM. Might as well call it 62 too. It's also there. So for a 331 stock block Ford engine with AFR1. What are they, 165?
185.
Oh, 185. So this one's got the AFR 185's heads. It's got the edelbrock intake manifold and the Holley sniper. And this thing sits and idles, I don't know if you guys saw that, but at about 14 or 15 inches of vacuum. So perfect street engine, 407 foot-pounds of torque will get your little pony down the street pretty quick, all right? Give us a call, guys. Get it done right the first time.